What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of A Cozy Conversation with your boy, Cozy Boy Madman. And we are back. Now, before we get into anything that we got to talk about today, let's go ahead and get to the intro.
Serious, you fucking piece of shit!
Cozy.
Boom ski. We are back from the intro was popping. New week. WrestleMania was this past weekend. You will be getting a in rotation about that shit. Cause I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Night one. Tonight is night two, so I can't really I don't know nothing. But night one was But what the fuck was that shit? I don't want to get into it right now. But nigga, just know in rotation this Friday. I'm gonna touch on it. Not too much. Actually, let's save it 2 weeks from now. In rotation 2 weeks from now. Because this week, I think I'm gonna touch on I'm gonna stop saying touch on, but I think I want to talk about some underrated rappers that I have in my list. Um Nigga, these are just rappers that are like really spitting shit, still putting out. I ain't gonna say still, but like was putting out consistent good music, and then it's kind of like stopped. But now are still giving us good music, but just not as number one catchy, I guess, hard hitting as they once were. But anyways, that's for in rotation this week, and then next week we're gonna go ahead and do a reunion or like a revisit of the WrestleMania griefs, cause dude, night one was but. Anyways, the shit I want to talk about today is I don't know, it's a decent amount. I don't know, it's a decent amount I think I want to talk about. Well, I know I want to talk about. But man, look, first things first, man. Y'all remember a couple months ago? Yeah, this is what I'm gonna talk about first, y'all. So y'all remember a couple months ago that David dude, his name is like D4VD, but he goes by like David. It's supposed to be David. Whatever. It's such a stupid ass thing. I hate when niggas do. The only nigga that worked out for was 6ix9ine and 50 Cent. Like when niggas put numbers in their name and it's like supposed to stand for a letter or something. It's like, bro, come on. I guess 50 Cent isn't supposed to stand for a letter, but numbers in your name, like nigga, come on, this shit lame. Anyways, so I talked about him a couple months ago about how they had found um a young lady's dismembered body in his Tesla that was in this like repossession lot at an airport. Now the young lady's name was Celeste Rivera or something like that. Her first name was Celeste for sure. And she was 14 years old, 13, 14 years old. David was 22, 23, I believe. If not, I'm going to correct it at some point. I'll put a picture up if it's whatever of the date or his age. And yeah, so she was found in his car, and he first denied that they dated, or like people were like deny, like being like, no, they don't. They what the fuck? She's underage. Like, why would he kill her? Blah 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 blah. But then shit was coming out like they got matching tattoos behind their finger. They have old clips of them streaming together. There's messages and discords of them talking. That's how they met. So she basically ran away from home to be with this nigga. Okay, mind y'all, she was 11 when they first met in Discord. That's why y'all niggas need to watch. We need to watch our children on these fucking apps, bro. I was a kid doing shit, but not doing that type of shit, but like on Instagram, not being wild or nothing, but like I had social medias and stuff. But my kid, I don't think that shit's happening, bro. This shit is insane. This famous rapper nigga that wasn't even really famous when he had, I guess, coerced her to think this shit was okay, was talking to this little girl at 11 years old, got her to, was talking to her at least 12, 13, got her to run away from home, drop out of middle school to go to Hollywood to live with this nigga. And guess what happened? Literally the worst case scenario. Okay. Anyways, so this is some other evidence shit. I think I'm gonna talk about this on an episode in rotation because I was just talking to my girlfriend thinking about how I want to talk about like not a conspiracy, but like getting into depth in one like investigative kind of thing, just for shits and giggles to see if I could do it. But anyways, he had also bought an incinerator. I also talked about this in my podcast. He bought an incinerator, never opened it, never got to use it. $10,000, $20,000 incinerator. I think we know what he was gonna do with the incinerator. Okay. He had a backup like not backup, like a secret TikTok account, like a spam kind of account for just like where he could repost and do shit like that and post kind of like videos like only like the fans I guess would see. I guess I don't know, but his fucking reposts were like weird gore memes, like if she leave me, she gonna end up like this and this. Like I get crazy about my girl, like memes, like TikToks about shit like that. And I guess in the time it's kind of like whatever. That's the kind of music he makes. Like he's kind of that guy. Like his music videos are kind of gorish and about like having to kill a girl he loves or like killing himself or whatever. Like just wild shit like this. Now, I say all that to say there will be a more in depth thing about this nigga like later down the road, probably the next couple weeks, I guess. But he was he's finally fucking arrested. Now, for the longest, people were like speculating, like, okay, maybe he didn't do it. Then he like maybe he did. And then all the shit on the internet came out, and everybody was like, okay, there's too much evidence for this nigga to say that he didn't do it. Then he ended up canceling his tour. Now that was the big thing because he wasn't speaking out at first because he was on tour. So then he canceled his tour. Then motherfuckers was like, all right, hold on, all right, well, maybe he did, and then maybe a couple more weeks, then he gets taken into police custody. Question: we don't hear nothing about it for months and months and months, and then boom, we just found out maybe this Friday, Saturday, he has finally been arrested, bro. Now, my whole thing is, what the fuck took so long? They had too much evidence. Like my girlfriend thinks that they own. She's like, they might be setting them up. Like maybe they don't have enough evidence with anybody else, so they're just using what they have against him. Like, what do you mean, nigga? Well, she's not the only person that said that. I've seen other things that say that, but like, what do y'all mean? It's all the evidence is pointing towards this nigga. It's insane. Like he's literally did this shit, but he gets charged on Monday, so or tomorrow, so today, I guess. So you will see. We will find out together, and it will be talked about in the next episode of a cozy conversation. We'll have an update, and then later down the road in the episode in rotation, I'm gonna break that down and really get investigative about it. But yeah, man, I 1,000,000% think he did that shit. He was like, apparently, now this is how the theory goes: is like she didn't want to be with him no more, and she was kind of not letting her go, or he was kind of not letting her go. So she was kind of like, dude, I'm gonna expose you for messing with, like, I'm a minor and I don't want to be here anymore, bro. Like I want to go home. And he was like, that ain't gonna happen. Cause I guess like she just wasn't feeling him no more or whatever. Cause bro, what the fuck? Because dude, they were like toxic as fuck. And she was only 14 years old. Like they were like breaking up, having big like arguments from what reports are saying. Even her classmates at the middle school were telling her teachers, like gossiping to the teachers about it and stuff, because when her parents had filed a missing person report, the teachers was like, what the fuck? And then when all this shit came out, they were like, no, she was definitely dating a rapper. All the classmates were telling me about it. And so like this nigga's cooked. Okay. He's definitely done for. I just don't understand why the fuck he thought that shit was okay to do. Nigga, how the fuck you gonna be famous and then do some like you just thought nobody was gonna find you? And then you ain't even famous. You had just started really popping off. Like I just started hearing his songs dead ass right before all this shit popped off. Like right before it. Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. But yeah, man. Thoughts go out to Celeste's family and everything. Hope this gets y'all's justice, dude, because that shit is insane. Like that nigga knew better, man. Fuck, it's fucked, whole fucked up situation. But on to my next topic, y'all. I kind of want to get more into the more like of showbiz, not show business, but like movies, show that type of shit like that's going on currently. Okay, so we do got somewhat exciting stuff going on movie wise coming out. Y'all niggas know about Spider Man. I talked about the last episode of the podcast. We got new Spider Man about to come out. We got the Avengers Doomsday about to come out. We have the Michael Jackson movie about to come out, and now the shit that's popping right now on HBO, Euphoria is back. Now I know what a lot of motherfuckers say. Euphoria is just this drama, stupid high school show, blah 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 blah. It's all like everybody talks some shit about it. Okay, I talked my shit about it at first, and then a couple years ago, my girlfriend had me rewatch it with her because I think the whatever the last season was had just came out, so she wanted to rewatch the first, and I was like, damn, I'm hooked. It gets you hooked in there. Okay, now from watching from season 1 to now, which they're on season 3, it does not hit the same. I don't know what they're trying to do. This now we're only for one episode in, and I'm not gonna give no spoilers. I don't want to tell you. I'm not gonna tell you anything about this episode. I'm just gonna base everything I'm about to say off the trailer, okay? Because this is when I wrote it down, it was just from the trailer. So the director had came out and said that it's gonna be shot more and treated more like a Wild Western, not like a Euphoria, like the show, like not like any other seasons. Okay, so I kind of can see that from the first episode. I saw that from the trailer, like, oh, okay, it's like more filtery, like, oh, you're really supposed to know she's out like in a desert somewhere, not in a desert, but like in a deserty state or something, and she's doing some shit she ain't supposed to be doing. And then like it has all this shit to do with like these guns, her shooting guns or getting shot at, and, like action stuff. And then like really kind of far fetched stuff. Not far fetched, but like them really dipping into like real world stuff, like one of them want to get famous on OnlyFans or TikTok, or wanting to be in the movie business, or want to be in that fashion industry. And it's like real, they're doing like real world stuff, like real meeting real famous people and stuff. I think we're missing the fucking plot just a tad, okay? Now let me just say, now I understand that you can't keep them in high school, like yes, but why couldn't we just get them in college? And then like Rue could have still been a crazy drug addict. Now that's some of the shit I touch on. Okay, Zendaya is overplaying the fuck out of Rue. I don't know what she thinks like Rue is supposed to be, but like they're making her too unlikable by trying to be so like, yeah, man, I'm just fucking, yeah, dude, I just fucking do that. Like try to be more nonchalant or whatever she's trying to be. But it's like we missed when Rue was on the edge. Now don't make her that. I mean, I guess you don't have to. Like, we want to see a happy story, but like, don't like. Can you make her more like a normal person, not fucking happy to be or get kicked around and whatever shit she's about to get put in now, and just went through all the shit she already's gone through? Like, nigga, we need a more grounded, I feel like, person. I don't know. I feel like Zendaya's just overplaying that part. I feel like she had saw. I don't know. Maybe something else influenced somebody, or the social media or something influenced the way that she saw the character. I was like, oh yeah, maybe I should be doing it like that. Like that's what they like. And then it's just, I don't know. I don't know. Cause then like the storylines just feel far fetched as fuck, nigga. It's about a girl in high school fighting her drug addiction. Now I'm from the trailer, I'm guessing she's doing some type of drug dealing now, like where she's getting fired at with guns and doing like, nigga, that's, I don't want to see that shit. Who gives a fuck? Like, what are you talking about? That's cool for like if it was an action thing. That this y'all based 2 seasons off of it being like this dramatic, not dramatic. I guess has some action sometimes, but like more grounded action, if anything, like a domestic dispute type fight, action, not no fucking guns getting shot at them and car chases and shit. Like it's, I don't know, a little far fucking fetched. Okay, so that's all I got to say before. But that was, or the topic of with that. That's all I got to say with that topic. But the topic was what's going on with Euphoria. That's my genuine question. What is going on with that shit? I feel like these niggas need to. I mean, it's already wrote and directed and fucking put out basically already. But man, I feel like they need to. Hopefully, it gets a little more calmer. The first episode, it literally like everything I'm feeling about the trailers, I still feel that way about after watching the first episode. So after you guys watch the first episode, if you haven't, you're probably gonna be like, yeah, this nigga, he's right. Like, what are we doing here? I just feel like it's a little much. But on to some lighter news, and I've heard really good fucking things about it. Nigga, the Michael Jackson movie comes out this week. I, of course, have not seen it. It comes out April 24th. I don't know today. It's probably the 19th. Oh, yes, the 19th, night two of WrestleMania. Um, Everybody's saying that shit is super fire. They're saying that it's so good that they've already started pre-production for the second part, I guess I can say the sequel, but the second part, because they end this first movie, this is known, they end the first movie with him, with Michael Jackson in like 1992, 1993, at like the height of his career, on like his best-selling tour, not like all the allegations, all the crazy shit that happened. That's supposed to be safe for the second movie. But then again, I don't even know if they're going to touch on all that, because if it's going to be a second part of the movie to get on that half of his life, then it's going to have to pick that up. But they could just also go on like the year was 1995 and he was having a really good year or whatever, and that whole second part is just 1995. I don't know, but I'm really excited for this fucking movie, man. His nephew looks just like him. He's doing it. He's doing put the work in to really do the dance moves and the look, and just really, I guess, adopt being really him. But Streets is saying that Janet ain't fucking with it. That's what I'm hearing. That she don't want no parts. That her like she's not even in the movie. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know if she's on the movie, but I feel like that's not. She can't just be like, don't put me as his sibling in the movie. That'd be even weirder. But she's saying she's not fucking with it at all. That's just what I've heard. I don't know if it's because maybe they didn't let her have some type of creative control, or maybe she just feels it just didn't need to be that way, or maybe she thought it should be another actor. I don't know, but she is reportedly not fucking with that shit. But yeah, man, I feel like I think that's all I have to say about anything like entertainment wise. Just Euphoria is just on some bullshit. Them niggas need. I feel like they need to calm that shit down. They're really losing the plot. And for the Michael Jackson movie, man, I'm excited as fuck. The Doomsday movie's about to come out, and I don't really have nothing to talk like written down to talk about that. I guess I'll talk about that maybe sometime this week. Cause apparently they let the motherfuckers see the trailer, and niggas are pretty hyped on it. I mean, I'm excited, but how high can we have our expectations? I feel like we have them too high. They're just gonna present us with some crazy bullshit, crazy amounts of bullshit. But I don't know. Damn, my ears are getting, my hair is getting too long, man. Look, y'all. This is a message from my barber. You probably won't see this, man. I'm gonna try to get you in for a podcast soon because I need a haircut. My hair is getting too damn long. But yeah, y'all. I think that's it for that topic. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna move to the next one. But before anything, Matt, let's go ahead and roll to an ad. And I'm gonna go ahead and quench my motherfucking thirst. I'm adding on to that. Can this still be a good main event? Now, also, I forgot to add this part in. Jelly Roll is, I guess, reportedly supposed to be in Cody Rhodes' corner. Like, what are we doing? Don't let them fuck with this main event. Like, why are we doing this? Jelly Roll, but for you to have something to do with the main event, you should have been like, for respect of the business, you should have been like, I'm good, bro. I don't want to fuck with that at all. I know y'all really want me to do that, but I don't feel comfortable doing it because it's gonna fuck the whole thing up. Boom, yes sir. Back from the ad, but this is gonna be the last topic, man. I don't know if this episode ran a little short or not. I feel like I rushed some stuff, but I can't even lie to y'all. I recorded this episode already, did the whole entire thing. My mic died halfway, literally right in the center of the video or podcast, and I talked for like another smooth 15 minutes. No sound, didn't catch anything I said. So yeah, I just maybe is this. I'm not dragging it as much as I was that night. I was very, very, very under the influence, so I cannot lie. I actually am happy that didn't work out that way. But anyways, let's get into this last topic. So my question is Trump cooked? Is the president done for up here? Now, let me give you guys some examples of why I'm asking this question, or let me tell you why I'm asking this question. So, he has been posting, everybody's seen these crazy tweets on his fucking, these AI generated tweets, and these weird fucking like videos and him. Okay, so this is how it all started. So on Easter Sunday, was supposed to be at three masses. He canceled all three of them. He was tweeted this fat, not tweet. This is on Truth Social or whatever, but I'm gonna call them tweets. He on Truth Social fucking did this entire post talking about just like just being like filled with profanity, talking about religions and doing all this crazy shit, whatever this nigga was doing, right? And got hella backlash for it. Okay. Then throughout like the week or whatever, he's posting this crazy shit all throughout the night about the same random shit about the war. Then posted this is what this is what put the cherry on top for a lot of the MAGA people that really made them people stop fucking with this nigga. He posted an AI generated picture of him as Jesus Christ, okay, healing somebody with people around him watching, and this horned floating figure in the background. I don't know if I'm gonna put the picture up, but if I don't, then just Google exactly what I just said. Trump AI Jesus picture, and it'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. And he got hella backlash. Like, I mean, MAGA people are like, okay, I can't take no more of this shit. We're not supporting this. This is blasphemy. Like, this is just should not be. Like, this is the Antichrist. You know what I'm saying? This shit should not be okay for a president to be doing this. Blah 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 blah. And then this nigga Trump tried to come out and say, I thought it was me as a doctor healing somebody. So that's what leads me to my question. If he genuinely did, now, of course he fucking didn't, but if he did, what does that fucking mean? Should that mean we need to take either social media away from this nigga, or we need to monitor whatever he's signing and doing all this shit way more? Now, I'm past all that. I think this nigga has dementia. Now, I got this dude on my Instagram. I do not remember his name. But bro, he's a doctor and he talks about this shit, like breaks it down all the time. He'll like, I'm a da 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 da. I have 14 years of experience, blah 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 blah. I forgot bro's name, but he gets down to that shit and he breaks it down for you, bro. And he'll be like, bro, I got like at least a month left with the land of the living type shit. Like that nigga be like, from my expertise. So I really think that this nigga's brain is just turning to mush because he'll get like fixated on one thing to talk about as well. And people were like picking up, oh, that's a dementia thing. Like he's talking about his favorite things. Same like all the stuff he's done to the Oval Office, adding all his gold and everything. He's making it familiar with things that he likes because he's always done big white and gold things like the Trump Towers and his houses and Mar-a-Lago and all this crazy shit. So they're saying like he's doing this shit to be familiarized, and there's a whole bunch of crazy shit, man. And he's just not looking great. You know, he's falling asleep at these press conferences and everything. And I got some bad news, y'all, bro. I think I'm gonna talk about this week, and I'm not gonna touch on it too much, but I think Joe Rogan might be compromised, man. That was one of my favorite podcasters, y'all, and I think he's cooked. He just fucking got Trump to sign this damn thing for people with mental health to like take psychedelics to whatever, which the bill is okay, I guess, whatever. Like that sounds whatever. If it's a Democrat thing, the Democrats would be going dumb about it, I guess. Like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. But it's just the fact that Joe Rogan has been on his podcast past 2 months being like, man, we don't want war. Like this isn't what anybody voted for. Saying he's fucking politically homeless and all this shit. And now in the Oval Office with Trump behind him smiling, yeah, man. And Trump's fucking in with the help of Joe Rogan, and blah, 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 or maybe not Trump said it was, yeah, Trump definitely was glazing him a little bit, but RFK also was, and it was just like, damn, bro. So now it makes sense. When Theo was on there, that was the last one episode I watched. I haven't watched them since because I'm watching it, hearing Joe literally like shut down everything Theo's saying. But let this be like some scientific nigga over here or some political nigga over here, Tucker Carlson or somebody saying those exact same things Theo Vaughn was saying about Israel, or how like I guess conspiracy-ish stuff. But and Joe Rogan was like, man, you're losing it, man. And, dog, you gotta stay away from this. You gotta stop watching this. You gotta da. And it's like, oh, and I noticed like, oh, Joe's compromised, bro. They got to him, and bro has said to everybody, like, man, if they show me some alien stuff, dude, I will do whatever fuck they want me to do, basically. So I think he's out of there. But anyways, back to my topic about this Trump cooked. I really do think he is, and I think they're gonna impeach him. I really do. Become this midterm, I think people are gonna vote to impeach him. And that leads me to they're definitely gonna stick JD Vance in there. And that leads me to this. JD Vance has been taking up for Erica Kirk at these events, these press conferences and stuff, being like, it's just insane to me how people are okay with making fun of a still grieving wife. Like, nigga, what are you talking about? We visibly see she's not fucking grieving. And he's like, how can you guys make jokes about how she's grieving in her ways and da 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 da, bro? Because she's fucking not grieving like any normal person would. The way she was at first to the way she is now, or was like right after the first time she came out and cried, and then the next time was having fireworks and having thousands of people show up and paying for hats and doing all this merch shit and everything. Like, what are you talking about? That's not grieving, bro. She's trying to get a bag. And now if she was really grieving, she would have ducked off, let them do what they want to do with Turning Point, stayed in the background, still got her little check if she was worried about some money. No, she wasn't gonna miss out on no money if it was that serious. So I think she just wanted the limelight, bro. So ain't no motherfucker she's grieving. We can talk about her how the fuck we want. But I'm guessing he's referencing the Drewski stuff, because I remember Trump was like, I'd sue him. I'd sue the hell out of him. I told Erica that, like, literally randomly out of a press conference. So that was a couple weeks ago and shit. But I don't know. I'm gonna talk some more about that shit this week, about the Joe Rogan stuff, dude, because I'm actually very pressed about that. Like I said, y'all, I looked up to that nigga. I was like, bro, I could do this shit. I just gotta lock in, but he's definitely compromised, man. He's compromised. But that's gonna be it for today's episode, man. I appreciate all you boys for tuning in. Happy Monday. I hope you guys getting through the day of work, or you listening to this, watching this before, after work, at work, whatever you're doing while you're driving, whatever you want to fucking do. Just know this is on YouTube, so don't watch and drive, just listen. But anyways, I appreciate all you boys for watching, subscribing. I think that's it for today. Make sure you follow me at Cozy Boy Matt. If you just want to follow me, and if you want to follow the podcast on any social media, it's at Cozy Conversation Pod and at a Cozy Convo Pod. Now, that's all I got to say. and we up out here. Matt, go ahead, roll my outro. Peace.